Alrighty, now let's begin building this kit, and we're going to start with the torso and the head of the suppressor. First up, I'm going to need to put these two guys together. And I guess before I put this on, you want to take this and slide that in. And once you close it up, that's it. You don't have to worry about anything. There's a lot of spacing here for you to put stuff inside if you decide to do a light show on this, whether you want to bleed into the eyes, but that we have to talk about in a few moments if that's a possibility. Very limited neck movement. Then we have this part that I'm just going to push in a little bit like that, not all the way. And I'm kind of going to be, I feel like I'm regretting myself if I do. This one goes there. And then in these two, one goes in here. The other one goes here. And then we have this part. Goes there. And goes here. And we slide that there. There we go. Alright. This is the overall design is okay on this. This seam line is going to annoy me, I think. I don't know yet. Where I'm trying to think, should I take this apart and paint it separately, or just leave, maybe make a design feature on this? I know this has to be sanded down, so that's understandable. But as you can see, this part is done. Now for the head. I'm not going to put the stickers on the face yet, not yet. Let me put this one here, and then we have this little part that goes here, like that. And this one goes where? Come on. Oh, I see. So that hole actually goes there. Alright. So that goes there. And that one goes here. It's kind of cool. Cool. And we have the back part of it. Oh, that's nice. I like that. That's cool. Yeah. Now, I'm going to see how this is done. So we put that in here. That one goes there and covers it up. Oh wow, that's actually a really neat feature. Yeah. Good detail on this. There's a lot of areas that are, you know, what's striking is the V-fin, the yellow eyes, the not the yellow eyes, excuse me, the orange eyes, the yellow V-fin, and the white trim around on the crest of the head. And put it on this guy. There's no polycap here, so this is a bit loose. It feels loose, but when you paint it, it's going to be a little tighter. So I'm seeing a lot of detail features here. This is all basic and all that stuff, but I can imagine many people can go to town and start scribing this in the way you want it. I see like a lot of separations here which can be painted separately and give it a different color, you know, different tone. Especially this, I may end up masking it and hand painting it. but I'm not completely sure. I took time to snip off the edges here, here, and here, and sand it down. Not completely convinced that that came out right. I may have to re-sand it down a little bit more, just so it looks better. But yeah, this is really nice. Good detail. Alright, let's now move on to the next part of the build. Okay, so what you're looking at here is all the parts that make up the arms of the suppressor. But I kind of didn't realize something. I thought these were the same, and then when I was looking at the manual, I didn't realize they're not. Certain areas are not the same. I'm going to talk about it in reference to this. This is the right arm of the suppressor, and this one, you know, as you can see, it's bendable. It's pretty cool. But the reason why I'm showing this is because this is different from the parts that's on the left arm. The reason why is because this is the part that you actually remove and put in the other arm. So if I do this right there, there's the actual connection for this, which you can pop in from the other arm that goes from behind, that comes from behind the backpack. There's nothing different about it other than the detail in it and how it's removable. But I guess when I'm looking at this one, let me assemble this. So for this part, I would need this part here. Nope, give me the other one. I think it's that way because this one goes on top. This one connects to this here. This one comes down here. Close this one. And this part, I believe this one goes down through this part here and connected to that, which the manual shows I have to use this blue part here. Actually, I never bothered to see that in the picture. Let me see. Oh yeah, it is different. Good on. I didn't notice that this is asymmetrical. So it would have been nice if both of those were the same, because then you have both arms popping out. But then again, if the mobile suit is right-handed and it's being fired from the right hand, it's not going to decide, oh, let me use the left hand. Oh, okay, I think I screwed it up. You know, so that makes perfect sense for that. That makes perfect sense. By the way, I have the AC on because it's very, very warm. So I guess I assembled this already. And for this, I need to connect this part here, because this is the actual shoulder connector to the body. So that goes like that, so it looks like this. While this side, you have this part here that goes there. And again, this one's different, so I don't understand why this cannot be... Oh, that's right. The reasons why it cannot be the same is because this one has a peg that goes down the arm's length. So it looks like that. Now I didn't... Oops, the other way around. I didn't sand this down yet. I'll sand it down in a moment. I just wanted to assemble that. Let me assemble the shoulder part. I was missing something. I'm kind of a little worried about this part here because you know, you're actually missing some there's nothing here but a white gap. And is that part of the detail? Is there supposed to be a thruster part there? One would argue maybe yes, but I may end up painting that area. Just close that together so it's done. So these two are done. Now the forearms itself. So you understand the forearms are different because for the actual physical arms you have these arms that there's a seam line going right in the middle of the part, as you can see. This is actually part of the detail, and you could probably expand it out and give it the detail you want. The actual replacement arms doesn't have that. The seam line is right on the side, and you get 4 of these. So we take this, and whoops, the wind is pushing that. And this one, you need this little part here. I believe you connect it. Connect it. There we go. So, and that goes like that here. And it goes like that there. And then we have this cool trim part that goes there. And the 2 side trim parts, which is, I think, the best looking part of this kit, and the fact that we don't have to worry about the fact that, you know, we have to mask this and paint this on its own. You can actually do it separately. But yeah, this is really nice and pretty cool. Let's do the other side first. Also, I mean, so put that there. Give me that. Make sure you get the right orientation. Oh wait, that's right. You gotta slide that in. There we go. There we go. Unfortunately, the pegs don't go through this where it's held up into place, so I'm just going to have to do it this way. But that's how the arms would look on this kit. Very nice, very detailed, and it's clear that, you know, you can actually paint this pretty easy. There's some parts that I do definitely need to sand down and square away, and of course when I separate this, I don't have to worry about the seam line, because I'm going to probably end up doing that technique where I'm going to scrape it and make a line right there in the middle as a part of the design. Don't have to worry. Taking apart the this is not an issue as well. And this is all going to be put together. This one I'm going to leave it alone. This one I got to figure that out as well. All right, there you go. Pretty nice. All right, let's move on to the next part of the build. All right, so the next part of the build is going to be the legs, and there's a lot of parts here for the legs, which I was a bit surprised to see this. I think they're taking cues on like some of the other bigger kits, like the Moon Gundam, which I haven't built yet. But let's begin. So we'll begin with the feet. Put these 2 polycaps here. Put these 2 together. Then we have this part that goes here. Oh, nope, it's not all the way in. Alright, so okay. Let me put this one here. I'll put that here. Then we have that one goes there. That one goes here. And then these two parts here. I like the assembly of the foot, because clearly it'll be easier for me to take apart. And of course, this part here is part of the design, so it's a panel line, you could say. Alright, so now for this, we'll need this part that goes in here. And then this one goes in here. Close that up. You're done. Hang on a second. That was the curved one. And that was the, yeah. Oh, they're both the same. Okay. So this one goes like this. And then let's see keep these two in front. Turn this around. Put this like this. Close it up like so. Then we have this that goes back here. But no, it doesn't go like that. These go here. Then that goes here. Close this one here. And then we put this one here, like that. We have this part that has a peg that goes through this here. And then the side thruster part goes there. I think that goes... I think it goes the other way around. Yep, that way. Alright, so that part is done. Now for this, since we're now on the other side of the leg, you take this, you put that here, this, goes here because it cuts like that. Then, then before you put this on, you want to take these two. This one goes there. This one goes there. Ah, hold on. No, you don't want to go there. And then, oh yeah, hold on. It goes the opposite direction. Yep, like that. Then I take this. Wait. What? Gotta look at this right. So, I know I missed something here. Take that pig there. Ah. PC number 8. Alright, so that goes through here. Then we take this and we put it here. Then we take this. And close it up. Like so. Which, that's going to be, I don't know, it feels like a problem. I don't know yet. Alright, so once these two parts are connected, we have the two side parts. One goes here. It's interesting. Didn't know these were like this. We have the thrust part that goes in here, followed by this vent part. Actually, I gotta bring this up. Put that in like so. So it's like that. This one goes in here like so. This one was already pre-connected, but I gotta open it up so I can put this here. Close this up. These two, and this is the wrong one. Whoops. Pulled the wrong one out. They all look, almost all look the same. There's a lot of detail here, and I hope I didn't actually remove something from the list that I didn't need. Here we go. This one goes here. This one can go all the way because I'm not going to take it out. This one, on the other hand, I'm going to put it in a little bit, just a little bit, so I can take it out later on. Because supposedly you have to put it in here, like so, after you put this. Then put that in here. And then this goes in here, snaps into place. Put this here, and there you have it. The legs of the Silver Bullet Suppressor are now complete. It's nice and huge. Can't believe how big it is. It's almost around the same size as a master grade, or small master grade. But yeah, pretty nice. Good detail. And I see some great possibilities of taking it apart for painting and all that stuff. Just some areas that I see that definitely need some sanding. Some of the seam lines here showing, like not the seam lines, like the lines during the molding phase, especially around the waist area here. Alright, let's move on to the next part of the build.